If ever I had a video.
Everybody, it's your girl YettySpeaks. It's a wonderful Tuesday morning, and I want to go ahead and introduce a new segment for you guys of YettySpeaks Reacts. This is not going to be an ongoing monthly thing. It's just going to be for a few months because here in YettySpeaks we talk about a lot about movies. I love to watch movies a lot. Excuse me, I have a little cold. I love to watch movies a lot, and for that reason, I love award season. And for that reason also, I want to go ahead and start a prediction list for Oscars, for movies that are going to be nominated for Oscars, for actors and actresses that I believe are going to be nominated for Oscars. So we're going to have a prediction list every month towards the end of the month, like today, because today is October 30th. So we're going to be having it like maybe the next one will be like November 30th or November 29th, December 31st, 29th, January 30th or what have you, until February 2019 when the Oscars actually comes on TV. I'm doing this because I'm a movie fanatic, really, as you guys can tell, because I do a lot of trailer reactions. I'm also very interested in international movies as well. So I want to go ahead and watch as many movies as I can before I can make an informed decision regarding my prediction list. But even sometimes when I don't watch a movie though, just watching the trailer and listening to critics and listening to what people in the industry, the so-called movie buffers and what have you, you get an idea as to what movies actually have a momentum and what have you. Now this list I'm going to make for you guys is not going to be a permanent list because as you guys know in Hollywood, many movies as they come out have momentum, and sometimes as the time goes by, even though it has so much critic reviews, the momentum dies. So each time a list comes up from YettySpeaks, we could have the same names on those lists as the month before. We could have different names. It all depends on the momentum the movie has or the actor has. And if for some reason the momentum doesn't die for the movie or the acting, or the director itself, the name stays on the list. I just want to have some kind of fun with you guys as opposed to just having trailer reactions with you. And I'm pretty sure that many of you that watch trailer reactions will also be movie fanatics that will also be interested in the awards to see which one of your favorite movies actually makes the list for 2019. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and start with the list that I've made. And I'd like to know what your reaction is afterwards to see if you agree with me. If you want to add somebody to the list, which I can, check it out and see if I agree with you guys or not. But I'm going to start off with Best Actor. I don't want to start off with the best one, with the biggest award of the night of this movie because I have to build a climax until it. So let's start with Best Actor. Now this year, there have been so many good acting for men. In actuality, there's been a lot of acting in general for the whole year. Oscar caliber acting. So much that it's so difficult to choose my best 5. So that's the reason why when I did my best 5, I also did honorable mentions. So people that I think might actually get it, because sometimes with the Academy Awards, rarely do they surprise, but sometimes they do surprise and sneak in people that you don't really expect. So I'm going to do my favorite 5 for this month, or whatever month I'm doing it for, and then I'm going to do my honorable mentions for people that I think might actually be nominated for an Oscar for 2019. So like I said, let's go ahead with Best Actor. And so the first person on my list is Bradley Cooper for A Star Is Born. Now, Bradley Cooper is an actor who I have so much respect for. When he started his career, I thought it was going to be one of those actors like and when I talk, I'm not trying to throw shade at any actor that I'm comparing somebody to. I'm just trying to have you guys, think about the kind of actor I thought the person was. Now, when Bradley Cooper started, I thought he was going to be an actor like a Vince Vaughn kind of actor, or like a Owen. What is his last name? I can't remember his last name right now. But he has a brother also in Hollywood. I thought his career was going to be something like that because I saw him in the movie Hangovers, and it seemed more like the Hangover movies seemed more like the Wedding Crashing movies to me. And so I didn't think he had any depth in him to his acting. But I'm happy and pleasantly surprised to see that Bradley Cooper has managed to exceed my expectations, and I'm pretty sure many other people. He has gone from that movie to create such a good niche for himself, acting wise in Hollywood. I mean, for the Silver Lining Playbook to the I don't remember the other movie that he came out with, the one where he was with Jennifer Lawrence, and well, he was with Jennifer Lawrence in Silver Lining Playbook. This one I'm talking about I think it's a mob kind of movie. He was there with Jennifer Lawrence as well as Amy Adams and some other people. I can't remember the movie right now because for some reason I'm having a brain freeze when I shouldn't have one. But and he's done so many movies since then that have been really good. You know, I'm so happy and pleasantly surprised, like I said earlier, for everything he's done in Hollywood. And I'm extremely happy that he started off with Stars as being his first directorial venture. To me, that was a huge risk because, as we all know, A Star is Born is a movie that's been made 3 times before this latest reincarnation. And in my humble opinion, as somebody that watched the first 3, I think Bradley Cooper's is the best. And for a movie that we all know what the ending is going to be, he did a fantastic, amazing job. And the fact that he did such an amazing job directing, which I'm going to talk about later, and starring in the movie, and in some places actually outshone Lady Gaga in the role in the movie, is really surprising. So I definitely think that Bradley Cooper is a huge frontrunner for Best Actor this year. Another person on my list is somebody who's always on the list almost every year, Christian Bale. As you guys know, Christian Bale is a chameleon in Hollywood. He's an actor that has a reputation of changing his whole outlook, changing his whole physical transformation in order to do a really good movie. And Christian Bale has done that over and over again. For that reason, he has an Oscar in his mantle. And Christian Bale is out this year also with a new role as Dick Cheney in Vice. If you guys know who Dick Cheney is, you know he has a heavyset guy, you know, a totally different physical transformation from who Christian Bale originally is. And for Christian Bale to actually gain so much weight in order to play that role, where he's almost unrecognizable in that role. And according to critics, I haven't watched Vice yet, but according to critics, they said he's doing such a fantastic job in that movie that he's actually giving Bradley Cooper a run for his money. So Christian Bale is somebody who people in Hollywood and us that watch movies know that he's always been able to deliver with every role he's given. So I'm not surprised to see Christian Bale on this list. Another person that I'm actually happy to see on this list is Viggo Mortensen. And the reason I say this is because Viggo has been a very good actor all along. I don't think there's a bad role yet for Viggo Mortensen, but for some reason, for some absolute reason, I don't know, maybe because it's not popular on the Hollywood scene or what have you. Maybe he only does publicity when it comes up with a movie or whatever. For some reason, he hasn't been able to break through as being a true A-list actor, you know, worthy of winning an Oscar. In my opinion, Viggo should have won an Oscar a long time ago. For what role, I don't know. But whenever he comes up with really good movies, for some reason somebody else comes up with something better and he's not able to break through. But Viggo Mortensen for the Green Book is fantastic. The trailer was amazing. I am so excited to go watch this during Thanksgiving because it comes out wide release on Thanksgiving. And I heard that in Toronto when it premiered, it actually had a huge standing up ovation applause, and I think it won the best movie in Toronto. I'm not sure, but I think it did. So Viggo Mortensen is somebody that we should not overlook, that I think will actually break into the top 5. But this is just for October. Right now he has so much momentum, and the Green Book has so much momentum. So I'm guessing that he probably will break into the top 5. Somebody else that I want to talk about that I think should be on the list, but I'm not sure will break in. But I'm just putting him on my first 5 just to start with is Ryan Gosling for First Man. Now Ryan Gosling, handsome Ryan Gosling, is somebody who I don't think has had a bad role yet either. Ryan Gosling has always given performance upon performance. He's always delivered with every role he's been given, be it an Oscar caliber movie or not. I don't think there's a role of Ryan Gosling has done that I didn't like, to tell you the truth. But I did hear that what might not make him break into the top 5, or even win if he did break into the top 5, is the fact that the role is actually doing, Neil Armstrong, an American hero. That Neil Armstrong in real life was emotionally unavailable personality, and Ryan Gosling portrays him that way. and for some reason that might not translate so much onto the movie screen. I've also been told that First Man is a good movie, but it's not a great movie, even though Ryan Gosling's character or role or acting is fantastic. And in a year where there are so many good acting male actors as well as great movies, that might be what will make him not be in the top five. So let's see about that. And the last person in my best top five best actor list is Rami Malek for Bohemian Rhapsody. Now I have loved Rami Malek ever since he's been a TV actor. I think he is fantastic. I think he's so versatile. I think Bohemian Rhapsody, the trailers and the clips I've seen on TV. I mean on the trailers and TV. I also have another trailer on my channel where it shows him becoming Freddie Mercury. Rami Malek is absolutely a delight. I think he absolutely captures Freddie Mercury in Bohemian Rhapsody. For a minute there, Rami Malek not even for a minute, to tell you the truth. For most of the movie, Rami Malek disappears into the role that you don't even see Rami Malek anymore. You just see Freddie Mercury, and to me, that's the characteristic of a fantastic actor and acting, in my opinion. So those are my five that I think will break into the top five, but that's only for October. And those are five that have so much momentum right now. Next month might be somebody else, who knows? But yeah, just to give you guys my honorable mentions, and like I said earlier, honorable mentions are people that I think might be a dark horse to enter the top five, but I'm not completely sure. So my top five is Lucas Hedges for Boy Erased. I love Lucas Hedges. I think ever since it came out, he's been coming out with fantastic roles. He hasn't made a bad step yet. I think it's a delight, and I think it's only a matter of time if he's not nominated for this for Boy Erased. It's only a number of time for him to be nominated and actually win. He actually was nominated, I think, 2 years ago with Casey Affleck. I think he was nominated for supporting actor. So Lucas Hedges, don't we can't forget Lucas Hedges, because there's a big chance that he might actually break into the top five, because his role in Boy Erased was just so traumatically. I mean, the whole story itself is just so sad, to tell you the truth. Somebody else, Stephen James for If Beale Street Could Talk. I kept watching the trailer if Beale Street Could Talk, and I couldn't for the life of me remember where I had seen Stephen James. Even though I knew that Barry Jenkins wanted to use, for the lead actor and actresses, he wanted to use new actors. But I kept thinking to myself that I know who this guy is, and I couldn't remember. It wasn't until recently that I realized that he was actually Jesse Owens in Race. And I remember that he was fantastic in that movie, even though he wasn't nominated. But I think he got a lot of critical acclaim for that role. So seeing Stephen James in If Beale Street Could Talk, it's not a surprise to me at all. Seeing him have so much kudos to his name in this role, it's not a surprise to me at all. So if he breaks in, I'll be happy about it, and I won't be surprised to tell you the truth. Steve Carell, A Beautiful Boy. Steve Carell is also a delight. Somebody who has done such good comedic acting and has now moved into drama. He's been doing good work consistently. He's fantastic. And, the movie of Beautiful Boy is told from his own perspective, even though Timothy Chalamet is also fantastic in the movie. So Steve Carell could also be a dark horse to break it into the top five of best actors this year. Clint Eastwood, The Mole. The character itself is, when I saw the trailer today, I was laughing. I don't know if I should have laughed, but I was laughing because it's just such a strange. And I kept thinking to myself, this better be a true story. But for somebody to actually think about using an old man as a drug mule is something, and I realized that it was actually a true story. I like Clint Eastwood in this role. I'm not sure if it's his best role, but he directed the movie, because he's been directing his movies for a very long time. So I don't know if he's going to get into the top five, because the Academy Awards love him. It's possible for him to get in there, but who knows. And the last person on my honorable mention is the one and only Robert Redford, who I absolutely adore. I think Robert Redford is a delight. I think he's Hollywood royalty, in my opinion. And it's been said that if The Old Man and the Gun, Robert Redford's movie, is his last role in Hollywood. So they might use this as a way to thank him for his contribution to cinema. Who knows? Because Robert Redford has actually won an Oscar, as well as Clint Eastwood, for directing, but never won one for acting. So he might get nominated for acting. although the cons in this role is that he's actually acted as himself in the movie as a charming old man. Who knows? We'll see. So those are my Oscar predictions for best actors. So we're gonna go ahead and go to best actress right now. Now, of course, for best actress, the number one name everybody's talking about is Lady Gaga for A Star Is Born. Lady Gaga is somebody who I did not think had acting prowess until I saw her in what are those movies called? American Horror Story. And that was when I knew that this lady could act. She is fantastic, and I'm sure all of you, her what do they call them? Small monsters, or you know what you guys? I don't know what they call Lady Gaga's followers. Something monsters, party monsters, I think is what it's called. I'm extremely glad for this. I think Lady Gaga is a delight and lovely in The Star Is Born. I think there's a huge possibility that she might actually win the award on her first real big movie, and wouldn't that be something? The only thing that is writing against her is that people are saying she's actually acting herself, which I don't know if she actually is though, but she's she's actually a pop star in real life, so who knows? But other than that, I think Lady Gaga is fantastic in this role, and I think this movie is just such. I just love it so much. The next person on this role, in this category, my first five, is Glenn Close. Now, I haven't watched The Wife. I think The Wife came out earlier in the year. Glenn Close is somebody I think should have won an Oscar a very long time ago. Glenn Close is a fantastic Hollywood legend who has done incredible work day after day, year after year, month after month. And I don't know why, for the life of me, she doesn't have an Oscar. I heard that she is fantastic in The Wife. And the Academy might want to award her for all her great work. Because sometimes, they do that. So it's a huge possibility that Glenn Close is going to get nominated. To me, she's probably the biggest competition for Lady Gaga, because that's what people are actually saying. I've only watched Star Is Born, so I haven't watched The Wife. But people are saying it, and when people are saying it, you have to actually believe it. So that's Glenn Close in the second place in my best actress Oscar prediction list. My third person is a lady who was not an actress until she acted in this role. And she's Yalitza Aparicio. I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. For Roma. Roma is a movie by Alfonso Cuarón, who is a fantastic director, of course. People are saying, I haven't watched Roma. I don't know if it's in Netflix yet. If it's not, I'm actually waiting for it to come on so I can watch it and actually judge it for myself. But people are saying that Yalitza is fantastic in the role. And she's not even an actress, So, and it's not been untold that many people who have just Lady Gaga is a celebrity, so she wasn't really new to audiences. But Yalitza is really new to audiences, and it's not uncommon for people who are new in movies to get nominated for Oscars. So there's a huge possibility that she might get nominated for Roma. And if she did, Roma is a Netflix movie, so we'll see what will happen. But she's getting a lot of buzz out there also. Somebody else that's getting a lot of buzz is my girl Viola Davis. Viola has been doing fantastic work for the past 4 or 5 years, getting nominated upon nominated until winning 2 years ago for what is it called? That movie with Denzel Washington. I can't remember the name of the movie. Field. Oh shoot. I cannot remember the name of the movie. That is really bad. But Viola Davis is good, fantastically good, actually, to tell you the truth. Widows is a movie about widows, of course. If you've seen the trailer, you know what the movie is all about. It feels like widows performing a heist that their husbands were not able to finish. They were killed off before they were able to complete it. And Viola Davis carries the whole movie on her back. I haven't watched it, but just a few trailer pics I've seen. She absolutely blows me away in the role. I don't know if she's competition for 2019, but I do believe she's gonna get in the top 5 for Best Actress role. The last person in my preview is Olivia Colman for The Favorite. Olivia acts as Queen Anne in The Favorite, whose attentions are being vied for by Rachel Weisz's character and Emma Stone's character. And people are saying that she's a delight in the role and that she's fantastic in the role also. I think it's kind of a comedic, dramatic a dramatic kind of role, and people are saying she's really really good. So it's a possibility that she might actually break in the top five. We'll see if that's true, but that's what people are saying. So now I have my honorable mentions for you guys, and my honorable mentions, to me, this list that I have can easily break into the top five. To tell you the truth, when I think about it, to tell you the truth, I think there's more competition in the best actor category than in the best actress category. Because in the best actor category, you can easily swap any of my honorable mentions into the best actor category, except for Bradley Cooper. You know, but let's go ahead and talk about my honorable mentions for Best Actress. The first person on my list is Melissa McCarthy, who I absolutely love. I've loved Melissa McCarthy for a very, very long time. From Mark and Molly to Bridesmaids to every other movie that she does, I think is fantastic. I love watching it. They're not all Oscar caliber baits, but this role, Can You Ever Forgive Me? It's fantastic. She's acting as Lee Israel, who was a tabloid kind of journalist who went on bar times and had to start forging letters to make it. It's a true story. And Melissa McCarthy does not look like Melissa McCarthy in the movie. So people are saying that there's a huge possibility for her to break into the top five, and I'll be extremely happy if that happens. Somebody else that's being talked about is Kiki Lane, a new actress for If Beale Street Could Talk. Watching the trailer, you could see how good she is without even talking. So there's a huge possibility that she might actually break into the top five of best actresses because, as you guys know, Oscars are very, very diverse right now. So there's a possibility that they might want to put an African American actress, a new one actually, who is worthy into the category. We don't know yet. I would hope though that they won't do that because she's just African American, but because she's talented. But you never know with Oscars or politics. Who knows? Another person that I want to talk about in my honorable mention is one of my favorites, Nicole Kidman for Destroyer. I had a trailer reaction for Destroyer and I was absolutely blown away by her acting and role in that movie because she was totally against type in that movie. And I was actually expecting her to be higher up the list. For some reason, Destroyer is not getting the momentum that I expected to get. But we'll give it a few months and see, or maybe a few weeks rather, and see if the if talks will come back up about Destroyer. But Nicole Kidman looks fantastic in the trailer, and I would not be surprised to see Nicole Kidman actually make it into the Best Actress category for 2019. Somebody else that's being talked about, one of my absolutely delights for the year, is Emily Blunt for A Quiet Place. Now, apart from Black Panther in February of 2019, A Quiet Place was also one of those movies that people did not think was going to make it. That absolutely blew everybody away. Mr. Joe Krasinski directed the movie, which was also good by him. And Emily Blunt was a delight and fantastic in that role. She actually made that movie what it was, to tell you the truth. And if you're going to look for somebody that's in the horror, A Quiet Place might end up being this year's A Quiet Place might end up being this year's Get Out. So you never know if Emily Blunt will make it into the top five of Best Actress. And anyway, to finish up my honorable mentions for Best Actress is Saoirse Ronan for Marie Queen of Scots. I love Saoirse Ronan. I think she's a fantastic actress. I think she's a young talent who is very, very, very good, who has been doing great movie and has been nominated for it actually. I'm not sure if this movie is going to be the one that's going to make it for her to win an Oscar, but I do believe that in the very, very, very near future she's going to win an Oscar. So she's also extremely good, and the accent is just superb in the trailer for Mary Queen of Scots. So those are the two that I'm going to talk about today: Best Actor and Best Actress. Tomorrow I'll talk more about Best Supporting Actor, Best Supporting Actress, and Best Movie, because I want to give you guys time to go through it. I don't want to make this video too long. So let me know what you guys think about this trailer. About this, sorry. Let me know what you guys think about this prediction list. And give me your suggestions, about what you think should be in the list. And also, subscribe, and comment on my channel. And don't forget to let me know what you guys think about this. YettySpeaks. That's my reaction. Not my reaction. That's my prediction list. For October 30th for Best Actor, Best Actress. Let me know how you guys feel. Till next time. Bye.